Right, I'm joined by Dorking manager Marc White ahead of today's National League fixture against Bournemouth. Marc, it feels like forever since I've last seen you here at Meadowbank. How you been?
Yeah, fine, mate. Yeah, been on our travels, but yeah, looking forward to the game. Half decent crowd expected.
Yeah, obviously with the international break, should be I've seen a lot of kind of subsidising for Football League fans. Going back to last week, tough fixture away at Gateshead, tough result, and then off the back of that, a friendly at home on Tuesday, and obviously a new signing as well. Been a busy week.
Yes, obviously brought in Hayden Hollis, which that was just innocuous one really. He got he got put on a list from Ebbsfleet, and we worked really hard to get him in. Just felt like he was maybe what we were missing: left-footed, tall, leader, loads of experience. That's great. Yeah, friendly was a one of those ones really. We've got more players needing fitness than we can shake a stick at, so it was kind of like almost worth risking another injury to try and get 60, 70 minutes into boys at a desperately short minutes, because there's a few names knocking about now that are back, Alfie and whatnot, but these boys are nowhere near fit. Jimmy Mewett not done a pre-season, so yeah, Rains Park done us a favour, played that game. We went injury-free, but at training on Thursday morning, Tony Craig felt his knee again. So we've left him out today as a precaution. He'd had another injection in it yesterday. So yeah, that was disappointing. And of course, today's really the sort of like the game with no wingers really. I mean, we've got one in the club. We've got people playing out of position, limited changes. But it's a little bit like Groundhog Day. We've been like this all year, haven't we?
Yeah. Just quickly on today's opponents, Bournemouth. Obviously, last year were 30 seconds away from Wembley on two occasions in Notts County, away in Notts County. But this season, just one place above Dorking. What do you put that down to?
Well, it's just tough league. I mean, it's 3 points between about 12 teams, and anyone in that bunch can, wrongly or rightly, look at it and go, "Blimey, we're 10th." But you're not really. You're a couple of losses from 19th. It's the league's still not unravelled because it's a really tight league, and obviously Luke's finding it tough this year, as we have done. But we have to really focus and continue to focus on the building up of our squad, getting it back to anywhere near fitness. It really is a big concern. I mean, Seb Bauman is on the bench today. He's missed 8 weeks. He's nowhere near fit. Tony Craig came back, done a bit in the friendly, but he's not played for 8 weeks. So when he does come back, he's 9 weeks short. McShane, when he came back, missed about 7 weeks. These are massive, you can't just blend them in your team overnight, do a few benches when you're short. So it's a little bit samey, me on about it all the time, but it's where we are at the moment, Tom. And what we've got to do is hope for a spirited performance, a bit like the Aldershot game. And I'm sure we'll see that from the boys.
So obviously Bournemouth last season, should I say, lost home and away. What have you learnt from those two fixtures last year that you can bring into today?
Well, I mean, look, we bossed the ball in both games heavily. They're not a team that win the ball that need the ball to win the game. Bottom line, a playoff team, don't care for possession. Luke sets them up really well, knows exactly what he wants to do, and he's had a lot more success at this level than we have. We look to always test our credentials against these teams, and you just hope in between games you see one or two more things you can exploit, and that's where we are.
You mentioned a lot about the kind of injury crisis that's kind of been ongoing throughout the whole season. What's the team looking like for today then?
Well, I mean, Niall's suspended. Bobby's still got a knock. Bobby Joe Taylor. I lose track, to be honest with you, mate. Charlie Carter, still a few weeks away. He'd have been out 6-7 weeks. So yeah, it's a tough time for us. Tony Craig missing, obviously. It's a tough time for us, mate. It is where we are. All we can hope is the fans get behind us. That's where we are.
Cool. Thank you very much, Marc, and good luck to you after the game.
Cheers, Tom. Thanks, mate.